This video will demonstrate how to use the ThinkReality portal to manage device settings, organize devices and users into groups, and change the software update policy for your organization. Some of the settings that can be changed in the settings menu on each device can also be changed using the ThinkReality portal. Open the Devices section of the ThinkReality portal. Select the device you want to manage from the list to open a slide-out menu for the device on the right side of the screen. Modify the device settings you wish to edit and click the Update button on the bottom of the device menu to apply the changes. Device settings that can be changed using the portal include device name, blue light filter, controller handedness, volume, system language, and time zone. Edit the device name at the top of the device slide-out menu. The device name appears on the home screen of the headset in Landschool Air. Blue light filter is the same as the eye protection mode setting found in the settings menu of the Lenovo Mirage VR-S3 headset. This setting helps prevent eye strain by filtering out blue light, but is turned off by default. Controller handedness adjusts the calibration of the controller to be held in either the right or the left hand. Device volume is set to 100% by default. Use the slider or type in a percentage to adjust the desired volume. The device system language is set to English by default. The Lenovo Mirage VR-S3 headsets also support Spanish, French, Italian, German, Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, simplified Chinese, and traditional Chinese, but some content may not be available in all languages. Time zone settings allow you to use the time zone on the device or use the drop-down menu to specify a time zone for the device using the portal. Use the Group section of the ThinkReality portal to place devices or users into groups. It is possible for devices to be part of multiple groups. Press the orange plus button at the top of the Groups page. Select devices or users in the pop-up box. Enter a name for the new group and select all the devices you want to include in the group, then click the Assign button. Click on a group name in the group's list to edit it in the slide-out menu on the right side of the screen. You can change the name of the group, add new members, remove current members, or delete the entire group by clicking the Delete button on the bottom. Click the Update button after making any desired changes. The Devices section of the portal will display tags next to a device for each group that it is a member of. Clicking on a group tag will filter the entire list down to only members of the selected group. Use this to modify all the devices in a particular group all at once. Click the X on the group tag at the top of the list to remove the filter and go back to the complete list of devices. Setting a device PIN for your organization will prevent headset users from being able to factory reset a device or access the developer settings menu without knowing the PIN. To set a PIN protection policy for your organization, click your name in the top right of the screen and select Organization Settings. On the PIN Policy tab, toggle PIN Protection on. Click the Generate PIN button to create a randomly generated PIN. Click the Apply PIN button to activate the PIN protection on all devices. Lenovo occasionally releases software and system updates for Lenovo Mirage VR-S3 devices to improve device security, fix bugs, and add new features. There are two different policies your organization can set for receiving system updates: automatic and manual. In the default automatic policy, all devices will automatically download and install system updates as soon as they become available. Active hours can be set that prevent devices from updating during specified times when the device may be in use. Updates will automatically download outside of active hours as long as the devices are powered on and connected to the internet during that time. Using the manual update policy means the devices will not automatically update when the system update becomes available. Updates will need to be manually initiated using the ThinkReality portal. To set a system update policy for your organization, click your name in the top right of the screen and select Organization Settings. Select the Device Updates tab. Use the drop-down menu to select the update policy you wish to use. If you select the Do Not Install During Active Hours checkbox, you will also need to set the active hours period, during which your devices will not update automatically. Select the Only Check for Updates on These Days checkbox to restrict updates to certain days of the week. Click the Confirm button to apply the changes. To manually update devices during active hours or when the policy is set to manual, go to the Device section of the ThinkReality portal. Select the devices that you wish to update and click the Update button at the top of the devices list. This button is disabled unless an update is available. Individual devices can also be updated by clicking the Update button at the top of the device slide-out menu. The update policy also affects any updates made to the content that comes with VR Classroom 2. If your update policy is set to automatic, content updates will begin downloading on your devices automatically. If you use the active hours settings, the content will automatically deploy to devices outside of the set active hours, or it can be deployed manually during active hours. If your organization uses the manual update policy, you will be required to deploy content updates manually. To manually deploy the VR Classroom content, open the Recommended page under the Content section. Select the checkboxes next to all the content you want to deploy, and then click the Deploy button at the top of the page. Select the devices you wish to deploy the content to in the pop-up box that appears. Review the summary to double-check your selections and click the Deploy button. You will be notified that the content has successfully deployed. For more information, watch our other videos about Lenovo VR Classroom 2 or visit support.lenovo.com/VR Classroom.